Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Kizavik, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel. What I did was rearrange the texts from the Kizavik, or prophecy, and I put them into their logical order. I did so after reading a passage in Isaiah that says, "Who will do that? Who will put this in order for me?" What it became was the Book of Zion. But in order to publish the Book of Zion, I had to write the Potsmoker's Bible, which is the commentary to the Book of Zion. And now I'm publishing it online on social media so that I can do the final thing on my to-do list in order to fulfill the prophecy of Israel and to set the stage for the creation of the nation of Zion, which is my main objective in life. I'm going to take up where I left off, which is with Zechariah 8, 6 to 8, which becomes Zion 6, 36 to 38. And thus saith the Lord of hosts, it If it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people in these days, shall it be marvelous in mine eyes, saith the Lord of hosts? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness. Zephaniah says that the Zionite people will reflect the ideals of the Grey, even as the Grey's thoughts will reflect those of Zion. What is good for Zion is good for the Grey. This unites the people of Zion to the Grey. Once the connection between the two races are made, their purposes will be the same. Their morals will be similar, so that they will feel the same about things. The passage refers to the Lord of hosts. As stated before, the Grey speak through their host humans. The host uses drugs to loosen their consciousness. This allows the Grey to speak through their human hosts. This channeling, as it's called by spiritualists, can be positive, passive, or complete. The person hosting may be listening in on, or they may be removed from their body entirely. This channeling ensures the Grey autonomy on Earth. They are present in the body, in control, and able to function as if they were humans themselves. Now that the Grey have revealed the identity of their people, they promise them salvation from both the East and the West. They will be saved. The East and the West depicts the modern social order. The East, Asia, and the West, Europe. This being our dividing of the social order today. This is how they foretold it to be. So you are either Asian, Middle Eastern from the Eastern, or you're from America and Europe in the West. So the priests of Zion will be gathered. They will dwell in Jerusalem. That's where the main temple is going to be. The site of the temple, the symbol of Israel, the center of the Jewish world. This doesn't mean that Zion, the nation, will live in Israel. It means that it will be the headquarters of the temple of the priests, the center of human alien contact, personal human alien contact. The spaceport will be in Zion, but the temple will be in Jerusalem. The business will take place in Zion, but the personal connection between man and Grey will take place in Jerusalem at the temple. In Jerusalem, the humans will have the means to petition the Grey, and it will be the center of education and a place to honor the Grey, God, a place to honor Abraham, Jerusalem is a place of spirit, just whereas Zion is a place of labor. Which brings us to Ezekiel 39:29, which becomes Zion 6:39. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord. Ezekiel tells us that once the connection between the people of Zion and the gray is made, it will remain always. Forever after first contact, the human race will never be without the gray again. We are becoming an interplanetary species. We will become part of the galactic society, the intergalactic society. Our isolation is over. Isaiah 5:7 is our next passage, and it becomes Zion 6:40. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judea his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold, oppression. For righteousness, but behold, a cry. Isaiah 5:7 begins the explanation of how the gray created Zion. The vineyard of the Lord of hosts, the means by which the gray interact with humans, is through the descendants of Israel. They are the pleasant plant, i.e., they use the pleasant plant, this thus becoming the plant. We are what we eat, so to speak. The plant is the man. The man is the one that uses the plant. That man is an Israelite. An Israelite who uses the plant is a Zionite priest. But this plant that converts you to Israel is used unjustly by the wicked to oppress the Zionites. It's outlawed, and those who use it are condemned. They are oppressed and cry out. This introduces the war on drugs. It is the prohibition of Zion. It holds them captive and makes them a pariah to everyone else. Later on, you will be given a description of this war against the people of God. That description describes the war on drugs clearly and without the means to doubt it. So ends the 9th chapter of the book of the Potsmoker's Bible. And now I will begin with the reading of the chapter. I have no idea what that's for. So let me see. So, chapter 6, Book of Zion. Salvation in Zion. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know me. My people doth not consider. All my people are bent to backsliding from me. Though they call them to the Most High, none at all will exalt him. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married to you, and I will take you one of a city and one of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. For he is my God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will hear his voice, harden not your heart, as in the day of provocation, as in the day of temptation in the wilderness. I will bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry. And I will place my salvation in Zion, for Israel my glory. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured or numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring my offering. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride. And thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. And I will also leave in the midst of thee a poor and afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. Ye that fear the Lord, praise him, all ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him, and fear him, all ye the seed of Israel. For he hath not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither hath he hid his face from him. But when he crieth unto him, he heard. I am sought of them that ask not for me. I am found of them that sought me not. I said, behold me, unto a nation that was not called by my name. I spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that is not good, after their own thoughts. A people that provoked me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise from the ends of the earth. Go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, and the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of the rock sing. Let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give glory unto the Lord, and declare his praise in the islands. Remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I have formed thee. Thou art my servant, O Israel. Thou shalt not be forgotten of me. I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. Sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord hath done it. Shout, ye lower parts of the earth. Break forth into singing, O ye mountains, O forests, and every tree therein. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and glorified himself in Israel. Look down from heaven, and behold from the habitation of thy holiness, and of thy glory. Where is thy zeal, and thy strength, the sound of thy bowels, and of thy mercies towards me? Are they restrained? Doubtless thou art our father, though Abraham be ignorant of us, and Israel acknowledges us not. Thou, O Lord, art our Father, our Redeemer. Thy name is from everlasting. For God will save Zion, and will build the cities of Judea, that they may dwell there and have it in possession. The seed also of his servant shall inherit it, and they that love his name shall dwell therein. In that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thy hands be slack. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were to come out of Zion. When God bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. For the Lord hath chosen Zion, he hath desired it for his habitation. Gather together yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree bringeth forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be, ye shall be hidden the day of the Lord's anger. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, and as a besieged city. And thus saith the Lord of hosts, shall it be a marvelous thing in the eyes of the remnant of this people? And in these days shall it be marvelous in mine eyes, saith the Lord? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judea his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry. That ends the sixth chapter of the book of Zion. May the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. May you find your joy and pursue it. Be your happiness. Stay happy and high if you get high. You have every right and reason to. Know that I love you. Later. I'll never say goodbye.